should age difference matter in a relationship? In today's video, Sissy and I, we're going to talk about, so she's playing with my beard. So
my
in today's
old man.
video, Sissy and I, we're going to talk about some of the ways we feel about age when it comes to our relationship. So stay tuned.
Hello, blissful friends. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Blissology podcast. I am your host, Cece, and I'm joined by my old man here, hubby.
Hey, everybody, this is Will, and welcome. No, this is not funny. Hey, everybody, this is Will, and welcome to another episode of the Blissology podcast. If this is your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and hit on the notification bell so you can be notified when we put out these videos. Now, this is a weekly podcast where we talk about
love, relationships, family, parenting, politics, and whatever else is going on. We're going to talk about it here on this podcast. So now let's get into our blissful moment. As you guys know, we like to go into the blissful moments, something that happened, whether if it was over the week or the weekend. So let's jump right into it. So, babe, do you have a blissful moment?
I do not have a blissful moment, but I'm sure you have one.
Well, it's November already, right? Which means Christmas, the holidays, is right around the corner.
It's Thanksgiving.
Like I told you guys last time on the previous podcast, I'm still in June, July mode. I'm not ready for this holiday to be here so quick, but I'm grateful. It's a blessing. You know, although I started the month like a little bit off, tired, and, you know, feeling a fatigue. And
she took a couple of days
I
off.
took 2 days off, you know, and I'm planning on taking the weekend off just so I can be ready and go for it on Monday, you know, jump on my business because we have Black Friday sales. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. And let me tell y'all, when your body tells you it's time to rest, you better listen. You better listen.
While she's been resting, I've been staying up late, getting the sales campaign together, getting all the email lists together, formulating all the different marketing emails that needs to go out. She's on days off. So next week will be my
Well, you know, the thing is, I appreciate you for doing all that for the businesses, right? But I gotta tell you, when you feel like drained, and you told me what it was last week, burned out, pretty much.
Well, she was burnt out. Now she's good.
Yes.
It's a real thing, though. I mean, and that's something that's tough for CC to do, is to actually take a step back and relax.
It is hard. It is hard. Let me tell y'all something.
I told her she needs a hobby.
I don't have a hobby. Can y'all leave me a comment? Let me know, what should my hobby be? Because we do photography, and I do not consider this a hobby because it's a business. We get paid. It's work. Okay. It's a lot of work. Okay. I need a hobby. I don't want to start no book.
Create a book club or something.
I'm not doing a book club. That's a lot of work. But I need a hobby. And I think, you know, my husband was right. It's just that even if I'm not working, I'm constantly thinking about my business or doing something or picking up my husband's socks or dirty things on the aisle or in the garage, socks over the place. The kids, you know, hey, you took your clothes off, put it in the laundry basket. But who's picking it up? Me, mommy, honey, mommy, honey. It's like, yeah, no, I know why I'm burnt out.
I take a different approach to life. I think I should keep myself as stress-free as possible. And yes, she needs a hobby. So for me, I go outside, wash the cars.
I can't do that.
Maybe go in the garage and work out a little bit. That takes my mind off of things. She needs something.
I don't know. It's hard, you know, when you're running a business and you have a family.
Start knitting.
I don't do that. That's too much work. That's required thinking. And it's for old people, okay? No offense to my listeners who are in the in the 60s, 70s. Well, 60s doesn't it's not old. 70s, 80s. Okay, no offense. But I just need something where maybe I just need to just, I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I will think about it and I will let you guys know what it is because I need a hobby and I'm going to pray on it. You guys know I like to pray on things, pray on it and ask the Lord, what should I be doing on the side? Actually, I think I know.
Find a hobby.
I think I know. He just gave it to me, but I'll let you guys know what it is. But anyways, guys, yes, this is how I'm feeling, but I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be able to take a couple of days off and now, refocus, regain my energy. And yeah, and thanks to my husband, allowing me to take a few days off,
while I'm working.
While he's working. Yes, I had a few drinks. I'm like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm out. And I was really out. I was tired. But, when your body talk to you, please, ladies, listen. And you too, gentlemen out there, listen to your body because it needs the rest. And if you're not giving it the rest, it's actually going to put you down. And then you're going to be like, man, I should have listened to my body and now. But yes, so I am done resting. Now back to work Monday morning. All right, now let's get into the topic of the day. Yes, and I'm not old, by the way. I know we're talking about does age make a difference? I'm not old, okay? I'm not old. So not that I'm, we can see who's the grandpa over here. So, so babe, let's talk about this. What is the title of the topic today?
Age difference matter in a relationship, or should age make a difference in a relationship altogether?
Well,
should it?
Well, I'm sure you guys heard before, love is blind.
Well, love is blind. Now, if an 18-year-old is marrying a 60-year-old, I don't care what they say.
I've seen them on social media,
that
though.
Love's got issues.
It's all about the life insurance, right? Listen, it's true. It's true. Like, you would see some kids who think they're ready for love and they
went and go marry grandma.
Or grandpa.
Or grandpa.
Or sugar daddy,
Well, there are some extremes. However, I think when people are in love.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily take age into consideration.
Right. True.
However, if you're 60 and they're 18, I don't see
that's a crime. That's a crime. Speaking of a crime, I'm not gonna let that go because you showed this to me last week on Twitter.
The guy who married his goddaughter.
Can y'all believe that? This man married his goddaughter.
Well, she turned 18 and he's 60.
They have a kid together. Yo, this is insane.
Well, the goddaughter went on social media saying how good it was that she married her godfather.
That's just ridiculous. Okay? Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's nuts. So in that case,
she's crazy. They're both crazy. And the sad part about it, it's just so gross. It grosses me out. Like, just to see a picture of him holding the little girl when she was a baby, baptizing her, and then a comparison of her and him holding their child together.
Well,
how sick this is.
Let me say this. She's 18. She's old enough to be married. She can marry whoever she wants to be married to.
No, this child deserves a whooping. The guy just happens
to be her godfather. Hey, listen, she said it's better that she married this guy who's stable than marrying a thug.
Child, you don't know what you're doing. Listen, you deserve a whooping, okay?
Well, here's what's going to happen. The odds are going to work in her favor. When he's 80, she's going to be... What's 20? What's 18 plus 20?
Well, baby, he's 40. He's 50 or 40.
No, he's in his 60s. I think.
Yeah, it was a 60, 63,
so
64.
When he's 80, she's going to be in her late 30s. So, hey, she'll be inheriting. Yeah. Hopefully, he's got something, or hopefully he will have something by then.
Hopefully, I don't think they're gonna stay together for that long. Let me be honest.
Well, listen, she would have a second life because when he's 80, she'll put him in a nursing home. And she'll go and she'll live her life.
Listen.
See, this will work in her favor. If she plays her cards well, she will get to live twice and she'll get to reap the benefit from him dying. Because obviously, if I'm with someone like this, I'll make sure you have a pretty decent life insurance policy on you. Not that I'm going to kill you, but you'll eventually die before I do, most likely.
Oh my God. But what I'm trying to say is, yes,
business.
yes,
marriage is a business.
Yes.
And in this case, she has everything to gain. Yes, he's gonna get some pleasure.
Well,
By the time when he's 75, he's done performing. Actually, give him another 10 years. He can't perform anymore, and she can kind of go and do her thing while she's eating his Social Security.
Yeah, by that time he's 28.
Any
She's
financial
28.
benefits that he's receiving, she can eat it for the next 20 years.
If he has any.
Anyway.
But my point
if
is,
she plays her card right, she'll do fine.
if I don't think she's smart enough. I'm just being honest.
Clever.
I don't think she's smart enough.
Well,
I think she just
clever on the social media
at all. She didn't sound baby. There's no way this lady know what she's doing. All when she turns 21 or 23, she's gonna have a wake up call and she's gonna be like, "What in the world happened to me? And what was I thinking?" Seriously. I truly feel like she's going to have a wake-up call when she's like in her mid-20s and she's going to be like, listen, this is not right. Or when the Lord speaks to her.
What's gonna happen? She's going to get to a gathering where all her friends bring their actual husband and she's going to have her grandfather with her.
Oh, child. Listen, you should have all these going on in there, okay? Because this is not working well for you.
The guy will be with a cane.
This
just
is not working.
Or she'll be rolling him in on a walker.
She'll be embarrassed to bring him to the party because all her friends will be there with their husband, with their cute, younger self man, and she'll just be hanging around. And can you imagine? Oh, can you imagine like an older person like who knew them and like, oh my God, is this your godfather? Yeah, that's my baby daddy, or that's my husband. Like this doesn't sound right.
What she wants. That's what she wants.
This doesn't sound right. But anyway, this is not what the podcast is about, guys.
In a normal case of love, age doesn't necessarily make a big difference, right? What usually matters is how the people feel about themselves. Now, obviously, she likes him.
Well, she said he's grown, he's mature, he has money, he can take care of me. Like, listen.
Leave the girl alone. So, but going back to normal stuff. I mean, we've done talk.
This is not love is blind kind of thing. Because I don't believe this is like the love is blind kind of thing. Because you know what they say, like love is blind to.
Well, love is blind to a certain extent. In many cases, it's right. I mean, when you love someone, you have the chemistry with this person. Yes, you can look past the age.
There's no chemistry there, obviously.
Listen, I'm not into people's life. Obviously, they're together because there's a reason for them to be together. But love can be blind in many cases.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I believe there's attraction at first sight. I could be attracted to someone when I first see you. When I love you, no.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe in married at first sight?
Actually, there's a show about it. I don't have to believe in it. Obviously, we all have different things we want and different ways we view things in this life. And I don't believe anyone should make any long-term commitment to someone until you know who they are. I mean, it's good for TV. That show's been running
But
strong.
It does happen in real life where people actually married at first sight.
Good for them.
And it lasts a very long time.
That's still good for them. But I don't think it's something that people should make a common practice in their lives. I think any commitment that we make to anyone, make sure that you know who they are. Especially when it comes to marriage. Because getting married is easy. Getting a divorce is hard and costly. Now, if I'm a divorce attorney, I would want you to get married as quickly as you can, because when you want to separate it, I make some money off of it. I
would not want to do that, because when you're a Christian person and you believe in God, you want them to make it work. So therefore, you all about the money. If I'm a divorce attorney, I want people to get divorced. Would you want them to work it to make it work?
How do I make money in that? No, I'm just kidding. Listen, the whole thing about love at first sight. Hey, people may be attracted to someone to the point where they feel like they love them when they first see them. I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I think it takes more than just seeing how good this person look for you to love them. However, love can be blind.
Yes.
In the case where you can love someone regardless of what they look like. They could be older than you are. They could have crazy gray beard like I do.
Yeah.
But if this person makes you feel love,
or if this person makes you feel younger,
or if this person makes you feel younger,
sometimes they say that younger, like older men will date like younger women because that they make them feel younger.
Trophy wise,
they make them feel like they young self or whatever you call it. I don't believe in that. I believe if you with someone, you grow together, like, especially if that person is married, right? And there's a lot of young people out there who wants to be with a married man.
I don't know about that. Married man has baggages.
They don't know.
Issues. They leave socks laying all over the garage and wife has to go pick them up. Do you really want to deal with that stuff?
You don't.
Yeah.
Listen, but let's be serious though. Let's go back. And the only thing is, I would say when it comes to the age gap in between, I don't think going far 10 years marrying someone would consider a problem to me. I always want for my husband to be older than me, and thank God he is older than I am. Versus marrying someone who's younger. Because I always look at younger guys are very immature, where they don't really have their life together in a way. Because you can be like 21 or 25. Let's say you're 25 and then this guy is like 23 or 21. Is he like really mature enough to really have a serious relationship, or furthermore like get into marriage? In because sometimes you could be like in your late 20s and you're not ready because the level of maturity is not there yet. That's a problem.
They say girls matures earlier than guys do.
Yeah.
I don't have a way to prove that. However, what I can tell you is that yes, many people that are getting in relationship, I know they tend to look, ladies sometimes tend to look for men that's older than they are.
Yes.
Because they believe older man understands them better. Well, not older, like old. I'm talking about a couple of years.
Right.
Out.
5-10 years.
And there's some truth in that. I mean, you find most couples, the husband usually gives the wife a couple of years, a few years.
Yes.
In some cases, sometimes they can give us as many as 10 years. And it works out for them. However, I've run into older guys that are just as immature as younger ones.
True.
So although there are some truth in the age, I have no way to prove it. Obviously, I haven't conducted any experiments to actually see that. But people believe in it, and people base their relationship that, if I can find an older guy, I feel more comfortable. But I think when it comes to choosing a partner, connect with this person. Let the age be secondary. See where this person stand.
No,
personality,
listen, how old are you? Check. Listen, are you like 5 years older? Check.
Listen, I matured earlier than I was supposed to. But then I'm me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If we go out and then we have chemistry together, and then later on,
younger than you are.
No, that wouldn't work out for me.
See, some people's got issues.
That's just me. Like, it is what it is. I mean, it's because of the maturity. I always look at it where, although it works out for some people, but for me, I don't think it would have worked out. And I thank God that God didn't send me someone who's younger than me, because I would have been like, no, next.
But would you believe that even if I was younger than you, I probably would be exactly the way I am right now?
No. Not really.
I would be exactly the way I am right now. So
you think so?
Our age, yes. Some
would
of us
you
would
date
have,
would you date an older woman? Would you have married or dated an older woman?
I would have if I didn't find you. I would have. No, we're not talking about like 5 years older than I am.
Why not?
I don't know. What?
5 years, that's nothing.
No. I want to get older before you do.
See, the thing is, it's just, let me say this. It's in your mind, right? Like when you're older, you act more mature and you want to be the one that's on top of everything. Because when you think about it, if the wife is older, the wife tends to be like treating you as like, you know, I'm older than you are.
No.
I'm just saying, you know, the wife more like, because sometimes when the guy is younger, they're just more like insecure because of the wife is older than they are. And the wife sometimes can treat them as, you know, I know it all because I'm above you. I'm older than you. And let alone I'm taller than you.
They shouldn't have gotten married to start out with. But here's what it comes down to. I think a lot of it has to do with the person's maturity, and sometimes maturity has nothing to do with age.
I agree.
Yeah. And if you're at the point where you're marrying someone and you know you're the man in the house, you'll take your responsibility as a man and do what's necessary. It doesn't matter if your wife older than you are. And this is why I say age shouldn't matter. Because as a man, I don't care if your wife 10 years older than you are. As a man, you still have some responsibility in the household, and you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, but not every man is like that, baby. If their mindset is not there, then they're going to act like, you know, my wife is at work, I'm home, and I'm just playing video games all day, every day. And then sometimes the wife is like, okay, I have another kid in the house because you don't act like a husband, or you don't act like a man because you act like, you know, just because you're younger.
She shouldn't have married him.
I'm just saying, I've seen it, you know, real life and movie life.
Well, don't believe what you see in the movies. The younger we are, the more immature we are. But as we build experience and as we get to understand, you know, the ways of handling things in life, we get better. Because none of us were born with maturity. We get it with experience. And some of us gets it earlier than others. But overall, yes, most marriages and most relationships, the guy tend to be a couple of years older. I don't think it should make a difference, but sometimes it is. Yeah. I happen to be older than my wife, and I think we're okay. Yeah.
Yes, we are okay. And I think, you know, and like I said, it does happen. It does work out for some people where the wife is older and the husband is younger. It does work out, but I'm just saying,
it wouldn't work for you?
No, it wouldn't have, because I don't have issues. To me, you have to be able to be mature enough. And there's a lot of people who are like, you know, in their late 20s, early 30s. They're not mature enough because their mindset is not there yet. Like they're late 20s and ready to take on, you know, life or whatever, just to have and sometimes, let me tell you guys something. Sometimes just because you like in your late 20s or early 30s, you think that you're ready to take on a new life or having a family or whatever because of the age. Not really. If your level of maturity is not there yet, if you're not like really in that mindset of a husband, then it's not gonna work out.
If you're not in the mindset of a wife.
Or of a wife, right.
Don't put it all on the guys. We're not all bad. Come on. So, but yes, for anyone to get into this long-term relationship where you're committing to someone for the rest of your life, you have to be mature enough to handle it, or you're willing to learn. Yep. Because a lot of us, I mean, marriage don't come with a manual. With a manual that says you should do this and this and this. So a lot of us would learn. I mean, some of us would have examples in a household that we can follow, but some of us, we kind of
go as it go.
We kind of learn as we go. But understanding that once you get with someone, it's a commitment and it's a life commitment.
Yeah.
And I don't care how mature you were, you'll still be learning in the relationship. So age, yes, I don't think it should make a difference, but that comes down to personal preferences. like someone here.
Listen, I'm just saying, you know, my number one thing is if we go into like, you know, some of the merits of having an age gap in your relationship, like number one thing to me will be maturity.
Yeah.
If we're dating and, you know, and you're not mature enough, you either always late, you always have some kind of funny thing, you never like take things serious about life, about stuff. Don't get me wrong, we can joke around and have a good time, but then there's time where we gotta like talk about real stuff, like real life stuff. Like Steve Harvey always said, you gotta when you hit like your 30s, this is the year where you like, am I mature enough to have a family? Am I mature enough to be able to take on, you know, financially a life when it comes to taking care of a family, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. That's one of the benefits is the maturity.
Mm-hmm.
As people get old, as the older we are, the more mature we get.
So you're pretty much lucky. You were very mature.
Yeah, I'm different.
You are different.
But you know, another benefits of, you know, age gaps in a relationship, it allows people to share views that are interesting. Where you find the younger person probably most likely would see things differently than the older partner. However, you find putting these views together will help them not only understand each other, but form a relationship based on them understanding where each one of them's coming from. And when you find people that may seem incompatible on the surface, but build that compatibility within them, they build that bond that is inseparable. And there's a lot of value in this. And you mentioned the financial stability. As people get older, they would have had more experience.
Yes.
Work a little bit more, understanding savings, understanding investing. So they'll have, you know, some money to handle things. So yeah, it's good to get into these long-term relationship when you're at the stage where you can handle it. However,
right,
if you find the right chemistry between someone and you're kind of like young, that doesn't mean you can't get in that relationship. Because I've known many people that got into it really, really early on. Like I think my parents had me at 22. My mom was 22 when she had me.
Okay.
I think that's young. I've known people that has kids way earlier than that, 16, 17. Now, it'll be tough. However, if you find yourself in that position and you decided to move forward and you put your best foot forward and you're willing to do whatever is necessary to build a family, you can't go wrong.
Yes. Well, you said your mom had you when you were like, when she was 21, 22. That was back then. Now, things change and things are different, right? And and even when someone have kids at 16, 17, it's a challenge because the way things are right now, it's daycare and taking care of this kid it's a whole lot of
me bringing this up. That's not me saying you should go and have a child really early on.
You know,
I didn't have my first child until I was 30.
Yeah.
So that's not me saying that it's okay. No, I'm saying that if you find yourself in that position, it's not the end of life.
Right.
You know, there's ways to get out of it. Yes, it's gonna be challenging, but that doesn't mean it's impossible.
Right. Right.
Like, don't like actively go and try to.
Don't for real.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned interesting views, and I know I just want to add something real quick, which is like the opposite of what you just said. When they're not mature enough, opposite views on things can also be a challenge, because if you one of those people that serious about things and then they're more like want to party and do things because they're younger, then that can cause an issue, right?
Yeah. So, you know, as we mentioned these things, I think one last one is, as the couples age, you know, the younger one needs to be able to support the older one. Having, you know, a partner who can support you as we grow older. Now, listen, our health can take different turns as we age. It may find the older one is the one who's supporting the younger one. You know, there are certain things that are within
the
our
younger
control,
one supporting the older one.
and it could be either way.
Well, yes. This is
It
why.
could be both ways, because our health will take turns as we get
Of
older.
course, for sure.
The key is that you're in a relationship where you understand that when we need each other, we're there to support each other.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
Older or younger.
This is why sometimes you gotta marry for life, not for the money, not for the good laugh, the good moment. You know, you marry this person. If you're younger, you're gonna have to clean them up. You know, wash them, clean them. If you can't do certain things, you're gonna have to help them. And don't think that because you're younger, you gotta go out with your friends and your old man is home. No, you gotta be able to do what you need to do as a wife. And this is why
Or as a husband.
And this is why it's important before you get yourself into any type of relationships, okay? You need to look at all these things.
Well, if you're dating with no commitment to marrying this person, you can date whomever you want to date.
Well, aren't you dating to eventually marry this someone?
No, some people date to have a good time.
Well, if you are dating to have a good time, this does not apply to you. But yeah, it's important, ladies, for you to have all these things when it comes to, and guys too, you know, when it comes to age matters to me. Age didn't matter to my husband, but unless if I was like 5 years older than him, then that would have been a problem, which is so weird. I don't see 5 years. I would think 10 years, but 5 years, that's nothing.
I don't want you to get wrinkled before I do.
No. But yes, age does matter to me, and it does matter to a lot of girls, a lot of ladies out there. But yeah, just do your stuff before you get yourself into something that later on you're gonna regret.
And listen, when it comes to relationship, age is there. For some people it matters, for others it doesn't. But ultimately it's about the choice we make in our lives.
Yeah,
that's important to us.
Yes.
You know, age shouldn't, but if it does, as long as you're making that choice,
yes,
because it's the choice you want to make and you see it being the type of life you want, make that choice.
As long as you love the person.
Some people will be there to criticize, hey, you shouldn't have done this doesn't make sense. But whose life is it? It's your life.
Exactly.
You want to marry an 80-year-old partner?
And you 18? Do it.
That's your stuff.
Adopt.
It's just that as you make your choices, make sure that that's the choice you want to make. And you're making it because it makes sense for you.
Don't marry your godfather. Just
always
saying.
have a positive attitude, because the worst thing that you could do, you make a choice today and you find you're giving this person hell in 2 years because you are incompatible. That's wrong. So before you make the choice, make sure it's the right choice. So both you and that person.
Yes,
and
sir.
You live happily ever after. Obviously with the normal troubles that couples goes through, but you would have a good life. So
there's no such thing as happily ever after.
So
it's a lot of work.
So live your life.
Live your life.
Live your life. So everybody, thank you for listening to our podcast today on whether age makes a difference in a relationship.
It's your choice.
Obviously, we have two different opinions on this. She thinks it should. I think it shouldn't.
Unless if you're 5 years older.
Unless if you're 5 years older. So thank you for listening. We appreciate you guys sticking around while we go over our feelings about age.
Yes.
Please share this podcast with whomever you think this may be beneficial to. You get a good laugh out of it. If this is your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and
like the video.
Bell. Drop us a like. Drop us some comments.
Yes.
Right? She loves those comments.
Yes, I do. And I do respond to all of them. And if I don't get to it right away, I do respond. And I do get emails from our Facebook viewers. And we thank you guys so much for subscribing and for supporting the channel. Again, I always say it costs nothing. And I'm going to say it every single time, as long as this man give me a chance to say it. It costs you nothing to share the platform. We are doing this because we love sharing our experiences, our opinions, our crazy views on things. And you got to love us. You know, we're very organic. We very your type of people. So therefore, please continue to support us, continue to like and share this video. Share our podcast. We truly, truly appreciate you all.
Check us on the audio channel, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, and I believe we're on iHeartRadio as well.
Woohoo!
So keep listening, keep sharing, keep liking,
keep commenting,
and we will see you next time.
Bye.